All right, so I'm still trying to work a deal for this property that I really, really like in the home. I'm trying to get 280 acres. It's over our budget, but we were close. His last counter offer where we fell apart is that he was at 1.585 with 260 acres. And we were at 1.5 even with 260 acres. And then I said, well, I got to get something to come up another 80 some thousand. I'm like, give us 20 acres and we'll come up to the 1.585. And he's like, no way, not going to happen, no more acreage. I said, all right, 10 acres. Give us 10 acres. And Josie ran it by their agent, and he's like, yep, I think we got it. Go ahead and write it up. So it would have been 1.585 for 270 acres plus the home. So I'm like, wow, we actually got a deal. And then somehow in the middle of that, he came back and said, nope, my guy's done. He's like, he's no more acreage. He's done. He's walking away. So this was days ago, and we've been chewing on it. And the more stuff I look at, I got people sending us, listings. I got realtors sending me listings. Everything. The pricing is so high. When I calculate the value of that home and then the acreage per acre, it's like, I think we're still doing pretty good. I mean, if you calculate the field, he wants, if I'm giving $5,000 an acre for the fields, and I'm going to show you the map, that's 150,000, 700 for the home, and it's $1 million home, literally, to build that. So now you're at 850. So if you calculate the remaining land, it's at about 3,000 an acre, and that is premium land. I mean, that's high-end property. Big neighbors, got decent marketable timber in there if you had to. Dead end road, private road. It's that home being that far back with the power and that. I mean, that's really not bad in this bubble environment that we're in right now. So I called Josie today. I'm like, try to make it happen. And so verbally the agent's like, he goes, I can't say for sure, but I think, yes, Prim, I'll let you on in a minute. She does that whenever I turn the camera on. So he's like, for 280 acres, he thought he would be at 1.635, okay? And he's like, but I think I might. He's like, if your buyer will split the difference, I might be able to do 280 acres at 1.62. And I said, yeah. I said, well, if we can do that, we're going over budget by quite a bit. But it's always been the land that has saved us, never the homes. It's never been the homes. So everything that we have made money on, it's because of the land. So yeah, we're paying a premium for it. And when you see it, you'll understand why. I could do deer outfitting on this property very nicely, by the way. And we're, the leases that we've had over the years of our properties, we've brought in double and triple what the normal deer leases are because of the way we set the property up. So we could bring in, a pretty good chunk of income off of this. 280 acres, that's a lot of land. I mean, that's almost double what we've got now. And the home has plenty of room, so we're going to give it a try. Here we are, February 29th, leap year. Right now, we're verbally trying to get it pinned down, like, okay, are we both going to sign this? Because we both kind of walked away and discussed 3 days ago. And so here we are, we're going to try it again. Okay, so that was a number of days ago. This deal took probably 3 weeks, I guess. We started at 1.4 for 400 acres in the home, and they kind of laughed us out of the house and that. Anyways, we left off here on these segments from about 2 weeks ago at 1.585. We were starting to get close, so I think, it's like a boxing ring where you got one guy on the corner and you got him on the ropes and that. By no means did we get a good deal. As far as real estate goes. We're paying full market value, but this is a stunning farm. So here's where we finally ended up after probably 4 or 5 offers and counter offers. We finally ended up at $1.62 million, which we don't have, trust me. Our mortgage is going to be over $900K, which is kind of insane, but we've been working our whole lives. We're going to take all the money that we're getting from the sale of our Illinois properties, and we're going to continue to buy down that mortgage. But for now, we struck a deal with the home and 280 acres for 1.62. And there's contingency. So if you don't know what a contingency is, that means the deal is contingent on. The first contingency is our 120 acre sale here where we live. That has to go through and we have to get the check in hand. The second contingency is the cabin. The cabin and 3 acres has to get sold and we got to get the check in hand. The third contingency is the financing. We're stretching the limits. We're getting a special loan. It's an arm, if you will, because we're not qualifying for a full, what they call a conforming loan. I'm not going to get into that topic right now, but we will refinance later on. But it's all part of the plan to acquire this place, a beautiful place, for our last stop, hopefully. The third contingency is the loan. You know, if the bank says, no, we're not giving you the loan, then we'll get our earnest money back, which is a lot of money. It's $15,000. And then another contingency is the inspection report. We're having it inspected. As a matter of fact, we have it scheduled now. And what happens in a situation then is we have it inspected, and if the inspector finds he says whatever, the furnace is bad and there's mold, and it'll cost $15,000 to fix it. The sellers then can decide to either fix those discrepancies from the inspection report, and then the deal would stay on, or they could say, you know what, we're not going to fix this stuff, so now we can walk away if we want to, and break the deal and get our $15,000 earnest money back. That's kind of how that works. Usually what happens is, unless there's some crazy major thing, the two parties kind of come together. But when you're buying, you have the right to have it inspected because you're buying it like all in working condition. So if the furnace don't work, it's usually incumbent on them to repair it at their cost to keep that deal alive. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And in just a couple days here, the inspection's going to happen. Sharon and I are going to go back over there so she could see it. I mean, we've done this so long that, she trusts my judgment, but usually I'll take all the videos like I share with you guys. I share them with her and she picks them apart and that. So we're hoping to go back in just a few days so we can both look at it again. Anyways, that's where we're at. We have a deal. We have multiple contingencies, but everything's looking pretty good at the moment. We're supposed to close on our 120 acre, which is the whole nother topic. That deal fell apart and we had to cobble it back together. That's a whole nother topic. But tentatively, the 120 acres and the cabin and 3 acres are still on the table to close within about 10 days. That'll get us most of the down payment for the new place, and then we'll continue on. So thanks for joining us. We'll document this stuff. It's hard to find real life, like behind the scenes, like real stuff like that. So that's kind of why we share it. So anyways, plus it's an adventure. Plus I'm kind of retired in a way, I guess. But anyways, I enjoy sharing this stuff. I enjoy life challenges. So enough rambling. Have a great evening. I'll catch you on the next episode. Stay tuned because this is a beautiful property and we are looking forward to it. Thanks a lot.
Require a new appraisal on the house to show that it's still worth the same for their mortgage note on 22 acres as it is on 32 acres. It's a royal pain. This is all a royal pain. I'm just going to be honest. So the excavator work that I was doing these last few days is over at Project 291.